Psychology is a fascinating field that delves into the history, schools of thought, and current perspectives shaping our understanding of human behavior and mental processes. Psychology is defined as the scientific study of behavior and mental processes. It involves systematic observation, measurement, and experimentation, focusing on both observable behavior and internal mental processes. Psychology covers a wide range of domains, including biological substrates, cognitive mechanisms, affective states, development across the lifespan, and social and cultural determinants of behavior. These perspectives illuminate different aspects of human functioning. Theoretical changes in psychology are driven by empirical discoveries, philosophical debates, technological advances, and societal needs. Contemporary psychology integrates, synthesizes, and sometimes disputes historical traditions. Psychology formally emerged in the late 19th century, rooted in philosophy and physiology. Key formative events and figures have shaped its methods, topics, and questions over time. Wilhelm Wundt founded the first experimental psychology laboratory in 1879. Transforming philosophical problems into empirical questions through controlled experiments and introspection, setting the template for systematic psychology. Edward Titchener's structuralism aimed to analyze conscious experience into basic elements using trained introspection. Though criticized for reliance on subjective reports, it advanced experimental techniques and laid foundations for psychometrics. William James focused on the functions and adaptive purposes of mental processes, broadening psychology to applied issues, individual differences, and evolutionary considerations. Sigmund Freud's psychoanalysis explored unconscious processes, intrapsychic conflict, and defense mechanisms, using methods like dream analysis and free association, leaving a lasting cultural and clinical impact. Behaviorism, led by Watson and Skinner, restricted psychology to objectively observable behavior, using methods like classical and operant conditioning, with powerful applications in education and therapy. Sir Francis Galton contributed to psychology by measuring individual differences and exploring the heritability of traits and intelligence, laying groundwork for psychometrics. The cognitive revolution in the 1950s and 1960s renewed focus on internal mental processes, leading to cognitive psychology as an information processing approach, and laying groundwork for cognitive neuroscience. Psychology's historical milestones include key figures and movements like Wundt, structuralism, psychoanalysis, behaviorism, and the cognitive revolution, each contributing to the field's evolution. Modern psychology is pluralistic, with multiple coexisting and interacting perspectives. It often integrates multi-level explanations combining biological, cognitive, and social factors. Contemporary psychology involves multi-level integration, combining cognitive, biological, and social factors to provide a comprehensive understanding of human behavior. The interaction among biological, cognitive, and social factors is crucial in understanding the complexities of human behavior and mental processes. The biological perspective focuses on neural, hormonal, genetic, and physiological bases of behavior, using methods like neuroimaging and pharmacology to study perception, emotion regulation, and psychiatric disorders. The cognitive perspective views the mind as an information processing system, focusing on attention, memory, language, and decision-making, using experimental paradigms and computational modeling. The contemporary behavioral perspective focuses on learning, conditioning, and behavior modification, applying methods like applied behavior analysis in education and developmental disorders. The humanistic perspective emphasizes human agency, self-actualization, and subjective meaning, using approaches like phenomenology and person-centered therapy to promote well-being and growth. The psychodynamic perspective delves into the unconscious processes and early relationships that shape our intrapsychic conflicts. Contemporary psychodynamic approaches integrate empirical findings while maintaining a focus on transference, defense mechanisms, and personality development. The sociocultural perspective examines how social, cultural, and historical contexts influence our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It covers topics such as social norms, identity, power relations, culture-bound syndromes, and institutional influences. The evolutionary perspective focuses on how adaptive problems from our ancestral environments shape our current cognitive mechanisms and tendencies. It explores domains like mate selection, cooperation, threat detection, and universal predispositions. This slide provides an overview of various psychological perspectives, including biological, cognitive, socio-cultural, psychoanalytic, behavioral, and humanistic approaches, each offering unique insights into human behavior. Integrative approaches in psychology emphasize that perspectives are complementary rather than mutually exclusive. For example, depression research integrates genetic vulnerability, neural circuitry, cognitive biases, and social stressors to provide a multi-level understanding of complex phenomena. Psychology is the scientific study of behavior and mental processes. Historical schools have shaped its methods and questions, leading to a pluralistic approach that integrates biological, cognitive, behavioral, humanistic, psychodynamic, sociocultural, and evolutionary perspectives. Modern research uses multi-level explanations to better understand human phenomena. To deepen understanding, consider these discussion questions. How do different perspectives shape research questions in psychology? Can one perspective fully explain a psychological phenomenon like depression? What are the advantages and limitations of a pluralistic approach in psychology?